Oh, hey, yes, I participated in the tournament today. You remember correctly. I assume you were watching in the stadium then. Oh, why? Thank you. The battle was a really tough one. The other trainer and their Pokémon were so strong. I honestly thought we wouldn't win against them. But hey, together we made it, and I'm so proud of my team. Though, the most important thing is that my friends didn't get seriously hurt during the fight. I just gave them to Nurse Joy to check on them, and she quickly confirmed that they don't seem to be badly injured. Guess I'll see them in a few minutes again. They really deserve a reward after such a hard battle. By Arceus, am I glad that the tournament is nearly over? I hope it was entertaining for the crowd at least. It seemed like it was, judging by the cheers you could hear on the battlefield. And yeah, you concluded right. Doing the Pokemon battles isn't really my cup of tea. I don't like the idea of forcing my Pokemon to fight for me for the sake of entertainment. That just seems unnecessarily cruel. Well, as this is my personal opinion, I'm not to judge other people who think differently and fight together with their Pokemon for that reason. It's simply not my style. Well, that's actually a pretty good question. But to answer why I entered the tournament, I must first provide some more information, and I'd like to get myself some tea. So, are you in a hurry or? Well, it isn't that special, but it's interesting to talk to a person who seems to be so willing to listen to my story for once. It doesn't happen that often, I have to admit, and it's quite flattering. Even though I'm not sure whether your expectations are too high. Damn, your enthusiastic comment really caught me off guard. Okay, let me grab some tea, and then we can chat while I wait for my Pokemon. Good afternoon. I'd like a sunflower tea, please. Do you want to drink something too? I'd buy it for you. Alright then. And one Cinnelberry Mumu milk too, please. Alright, I'll pay with cash. There you go. Thank you. So, where were we? Ah, yes. Why enter the tournament if I don't like Pokemon battles? You see, at the moment, I'm actually leading a gym in a small town called Gosentwig, but it's not really the profession of my dreams, and more like a job I'm currently doing. Before me, my parents left the gym, but they quit a bit over a year ago, so as their only child, I had to inherit their job from them, as long as they didn't find another person worthy of doing it. When I was a child, I wanted to become a trainer, like so many other people, but after I started my own journey, I slowly began to realize that I more so enjoy teaching Pokemon new moves, or simply taking care of them, rather than encouraging Pokemon to fight against one another. This thought process started when I caught a rather shy and peaceful Poliwag, which decided not to fight in a battle for me after I caught them as my third Pokemon. At first, I was hella confused why they wouldn't want to, but instead of being mad, I tried to be patient with them and understand the thought process behind their behavior. The thing is, on one hand, my Poliwag seemed very shy when it was dealing with me or my other Pokemon. On the other hand, it could show its brave sides too when dealing with wild creatures. I remember the day as if it were only a week ago when we had a cozy picnic on a sunny day, sitting under a tree, us four, just enjoying the rest after a hard training session. Then, Poliwag suddenly straightened and got nervous, locking their eyes onto a certain spot into the distance. It quickly ran into the direction its eyes had been locked on before, us following right behind. Turns out, it had sensed another Pokémon being fanatically chased by another trainer and their helpers. You might ask yourself where the red line was crossed, if there is a red line regarding catching Pokémon, and how I ended up in a team with my partners in the first place. Well... Oh yes, thank you. Here, this milk is for you. Actually, I hadn't thought about how I'm supposed to befriend my partners before seeing this trainer hunting the ducklet with the help of a Alolan Geodude in such an aggressive way. I just did somehow befriend them. You see, it was very obvious that the ducklet didn't want to get caught by them, because it was trying to flee from Geodude. Maybe it had tried to fight, but Geodude was clearly in an advantage over them, so that's why it tried to escape at the end. But as it did and tried to fly away, it was hit by a rock throw or a thunder attack and fell down again and again. So that's what we saw when we ran towards the battle. Poliwag a few steps ahead of us. As the ducklet heard us coming closer, it made a face I will never be able to get out of my head. It looked so scared, probably thinking that we were allies of the other douchebag trainer. But Poliwag made it pretty clear that we weren't, as it quickly attacked Geodude when it was near enough with a precisely aimed mudshot, knocking them out. From this day, Poliwag wasn't shy anymore, but it still doesn't really want to do trainer fights. What I learned from this event is, most people think about catching Pokémon that it's a valid strategy to force them to join to your team, but since you are dealing with a living species, it's not. Exactly. Pokémon have their own life and family too, and I feel like there are a lot of trainers who don't respect that. So, if you want to bond with a Pokémon, watch their body language. You can open a duel, but if they show signs of not being willing to fight, don't force them. I caught my Pachirisu in a battle, but she was actually the one who provoked me into it, and not the other way around. This little chickster was spying on us from the top of a tree as my Chikorita and I were walking through the forest below her. She decided to throw some small fruits or build other traps that collapsed right in front of us to spook us, and then steal a snack from out of my bag when our focus was still on the trap we'd nearly run into. She actually just wanted our attention and us to declare a battle against her. The battle ended quite close, but she lost. So I got her, and after calling her out of her Pokeball, she clearly communicated that she's happy to be at our side. I guess that's what she wanted from the moment she attacked us first. Yeah, I was a bit confused about it too, but she's super cute actually, kind of stereotypical for an electric type. Anyway, this train of conversation really traveled far away from the destination it was intended to arrive at. Let's get back on track, shall we? I'm glad. Alright, we were talking about why I entered the tournament. So, after the incident with the judo trainer, as my Pokemon and I tried to comfort the doglet, I realized that I really enjoyed just talking to it and tending to its wounds. From there, I got the idea of trying to train with wild Pokemon, so they could protect themselves against other unwanted trainers. It actually kind of worked well, and in the process, I found other fellow Pokemon that wanted to stay by my side and travel with me through the lands. To get a better idea of Pokemon fights and tactics trainers might use, I started to challenge a few gym leaders and earned a few badges. But I never intended to actually fight against Elite Four or anything. After maybe 2 or 3 years of traveling, my parents asked me to come to help them out with their gym. They wanted me to lead the gym, only for some time, since they wanted to go on a journey for themselves. At first, it was only for a short period of time, but as you might have guessed, you're right. When they came back from their vacation, they told me that they planned to quit being the gym leaders and asked me to be the new one instead. Since I needed the money, I accepted, and now here I am, still the gym leader of Guns and Twig, for 2 years already. When I was not needed in the gym, I was spending every minute out in nature, playing with wild Pokemon, or just relaxing there, reading a book. I searched for a person who could replace me as the new leader, and after a while, I think I found someone who might be my successor. But since I still needed a way to earn money, I applied to be a Pokemon Ranger. And here we get to the point why I participated in the tournament, cause I applied to work in a national park where Pokemon can live in peace. The Ranger Association wants to make sure that I got a lot of experience as a trainer since I need to be able to protect the wild Pokemon against dangers. Like other trainers, whom I still try to harm or catch Pokemon and aren't shying away from opening a battle against me, even though hunting is against the rules of the national park. Yeah, you're right. Becoming the champion of a region would be an insanely high standard for hiring people into becoming a ranger. No, you just have to somehow prove that you are good at doing Pokemon battles, and that the chemistry between you and your Pokemon is intimate. And with my original background of wanting to become a top trainer, I thought this would be a good rounding off by becoming the winner of the tournament, part of the Pokemon League. So yeah, no, I'm not planning to fight against Elite Four, if I should win the tournament part against all the other trainers. And even if I don't win the final battle, I think this might be enough to prove my skills. Oh, excuse me for a second. I just got the notification that my Pokemon are fully recovered. I still have about 20 minutes until I have to give some interviews about the final battle the day after tomorrow. But, if you want, I'll be right back and we can finish our drinks before I have to head off. Alright, be right back. Hey there. Wait. Pachi, you'll get your own Pokésnacks once I sit down. There you go. Yes, she is. The other Pokémon were happy to be able to retreat into their Pokéballs for some time, while this little energetic fella hates to stay inside her ball, so she's outside all the time. I guess she just loves to jump around a lot. She never gets tired. I actually didn't collect every gym badge, cause you're right. This would have been quite hard with me being a leader at the same time. No, I took the Pokémon League admission exam to gain access to the league instead. I heard that is not really a familiar thing. Well, you see, the play is a possibility to participate in the Pokémon League without the need to travel all the time and collect the badges, which will take a lot of time some people don't have. Because they have a job, for example. One part of the exam is leading Pokémon battles with Pokémon that aren't theirs to test their battling skill. And other parts are written exams where you have to guess the right Pokémon from only seeing a small part of their body and answer other questions. It really is, yeah. I mean, otherwise, I would have participated in another tournament, but being able to participate in this one really leaves a great expression in my portfolio. Also, because doing the play and still becoming the battle champion is very hard to accomplish. So, this is my story. I hope you found it entertaining. I'm glad to hear that. I wonder whether I'm going to tell the same story to my interviewers or not. Wait. You aren't secretly a person from the media and just very softly found a way to interview me, am I right? I'm glad. Pachi, are you ready to give another interview? I really enjoyed the chat with you and hope you enjoy your stay and watching the final battle in 2 days if you're going to stay this long. It's okay, I understand what you want to say and really appreciate it. Have a great stay and see you.